Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on the upcoming monthly transit of the planet Sun, when on October 17th, Sun on its monthly transit will enter the sign of Libra and it is going to get debilitated over there. So now guys, for a brief span of time, Sun is going to be conjunct with the planet Mercury, with the planet Mars over there as well. And obviously this transit will be more important for you. If Sun is right now active in your dasha, you are connected with the government, you have to write any important government job exam, or you are in the top management, top leadership role, any decision on your promotion needs to be taken during this time. Anything to do with people who are in a family business, something to do with the fame prospects and all, your publicity, your popularity prospect as well. So all of that is going to be somehow is going to get affected when Sun is going to be in the Libra sign from October 17th till November 15th. So guys, the rule which has been given in the classics to assess Sun's transit is that Sun's transit is generally considered as good in the 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house and 11th house from the moon. But just because this is going to be like a discussion where we study the overall impact, guys, whenever even if I make a video on one specific planet's transit, I definitely give insight that how it is going to be behaving in contribution coming in from other transiting planets as well. So that is what we will try to understand. And when we talk about the general remedies, guys, so these used to be the things which have to be inculcated as a virtue in your personality. But we live in the modern times, in the Kali Yuga. Now that has become a remedy. Like we all know that it's a good virtue to always respect authority, to always respect your father. If you don't do that in general, do that as a Sun remedy. Aditya Hriday Stotra is something which needs to be recited. The most powerful and the potent mantra is the Gayatri mantra, which takes you from the darkness to the light. Guys, like for example, even in the field of the spirituality and the religion, especially I'm talking about from the Sanatan Dharma point of view, you would come across many scholars, many saint, enlightened, elevated saint, and you will get this as an introduction about them, that he has already invoked or gained mastery over the Gayatri mantra. So that is very powerful, guys. So Gayatri mantra you can do, and we generally advise, guys, you watch any podcast on the health, on well-being. Everyone says fix up your clock, wake up with the rising sun. Obviously you cannot go to the bed at 7 p.m, but at least fix up your clock, wake up with the rising sun. That also becomes very important. And in the Eastern philosophies we say that take a copper utensil, put some kumkum, red color powder in it, and just with a jaggery, piece of good, and offer it to the rising sun. That actually is very good for your aura, empowering your aura. Like guys, when we say that people who get very easily affected by the opinions, impression of other people, who become a victim of the black magic, evil eye, resentment of other people, that only happens if your aura is weak. And when we judge the aura, we always judge it from the strength of the sun and the moon in the chart. So okay guys, now after that we will briefly look at that based on all the rising signs, how it is going to be impacting all the lagnas. So talking about for the Aries lagna. So guys, for the Aries lagna, see, the good thing is that your 5th lord is going to be coming to your 7th house. But again guys, it is going to be getting debilitated over there. The 7th lord in itself, Venus is 12th from it, and it is debilitated in the 6th house of yours. So very alarming sign, or I would say a red flag in the matters of the relationship. So whatever you can do to safeguard your relationship, do that, because that is very important right now. So there might be some misunderstanding, because see, the thing is for Aries lagna, everything is going wrong in their love life, because even Ketu is there in the 5th house. Ketu is good. Ketu in the 5th house is good for the spirituality, but many times the past mistakes in the love life, any of the secretive affairs, Ketu also expose that as well. So yes guys, when we talk about the spirituality, mantra, sadhana, it might be good for you. When we talk about you are a freelance person, you are a skill based profession, so based on your talent and your skill set, you want to approach people for collaboration, or like if during this time you will perform, so you will be able to impress the large group of people as well. So for all of that it might be good. But when we talk about the matters of the relationship, and again guys, this is also alignment which also make your judgment slightly vulnerable. Like a lot is dependent on what kind of dashas you are currently going through, because if you're also going through dasha like which creates confusion, like Saturn moon, moon Rahu, moon Ketu, so if you are already going through that dasha, over and above that this transit is going to be taking place, so not a very good energy. So yes guys, safeguard your interest in the love life, in the relationship, your even your relationship with the kids, your children and all needs to be safeguarded. That's all what I can say for the Aries Lagna. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, so guys, for the Taurus Lagna natives, during this time there will be a slight possibility that just in order to handle your domestic affairs, domestic relation, domestic expenses, many Taurus Lagna native might be motivated or compelled to get a loan. So this is that kind of energy which is getting generated. So securing a loan for the housing related matters or domestic expenses, that energy is going to be getting generated. Slight misunderstanding with the family members can also be foreseen. But again guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, that the transit of the sun from the 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house is considered as good. So for any competitive situation it is a very good sign, like especially where you have to rebel, you have to be like an outlaw, you're working as a crusader, as a journalist and all. So this is a kind of transit because Mars is already there in the 6th house, so that means it will empower you to decimate your enemies. Along with that guys, beyond any doubt, Mars is your 7th lord, being in the 6th, 12th from it, and now Sun is also have gone over there. So it's just like that guys, especially when it comes down to in the partnership or even in your love life with your partner, with your spouse, you have to maintain the decorum. It's not at all a good energy. It's a typical energy of where the lovers become like enemy to each other. So that is the kind of energy which is getting generated. So only good aspect of this transit is that it will make you empowered enough to how to exert your authority. Like it can slightly make people slightly ruthless as well for the execution of the orders. Now guys, and again guys, because Sun becomes your 4th lord as well. When we talk about the eyesight, bones, heart, cardiovascular health, all of that we see from the Sun. So those people who have high blood pressure issue, any of the issue with the cardiovascular health or heart health, they have to give additional care. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, so guys, for the Gemini Lagna natives, Sun becomes your 3rd lord, and now it is going to be transiting in your like 5th house. It is going to be getting debilitated over there. So now guys, for the Gemini Lagna, first of all, Sun has got a rulership over a house which is very dear to you: communication, self-expression, performing arts, and it is going to be getting debilitated in a house which originally belongs to it. 5th house carries the Leo energy. So in a way, I would say that for getting chances for performance and all, see, the thing is, the only vulnerability which I am looking with this transit is that don't compromise too much on your morals, on your values, on your ethics. Rahu is already there in your like 9th house, and along with that, don't be too greedy. Don't be too greedy in the speculative stock market related matters. So if you can handle that, if you can't be too greedy and all, so then I would say that slightly there will be that magnetism, personal charm, and strong conviction in whatever you want to do, because Sun is being supported by briefly by the Mars and the Mercury as well. So strong conviction I'm seeing in all of your resolution, in all of your goal setting. So it is good regarding that. So just the virtues and the morals, excessive greed, you have to safeguard yourself from it. For certain people, there is also that energy of sudden attraction. sudden attraction, infatuation towards someone. And the thing is, you will be very assertive, very goal getter, even to like very confident, even to approach your love interest as well. How the outcome is going to be, a lot is dependent on your dasha as well. Because guys, what is happening right now, Venus is debilitated, but it is debilitated in a house where it is considered as a karaka. Sun is debilitated, but it is debilitated in a house where it is considered as very strong, fifth house. So that means only if you can compromise on your pride, excessive greed, good results can still be expected. But yes, in the matters of the stock market speculation, just be very careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer Lagna, so guys, for the Cancer Lagna, the second lord is going to be getting debilitated in the fourth house. So first of all, the same thing guys, those people who have any heart health, any cardiovascular problem, any eyes related problem, weakness, general body vitality issue, you feel very frail, very weak all the time, loss of energy. So that could be a concern for some Cancer Lagna natives. There will be some expenses which will suddenly come up in the home. This could be suddenly something some breakdown happened, and now you have to call a handyman and pay some extra money. That possibility is going to be there. Not a very good energy to see. The thing is, individually Mars is over here. It gives aspect to your 10th house as well. So for the realtors, people who are working as a professional realtor, or you are working like you do the construction work for the government, you are a contractor for the government, so slightly beneficial time for those people, I can say. But yes guys, there will be a lot of insecurity, pent up nervous energy which the Cancer Lagna native have to deal with. That's all what I can say for the Cancer Lagna. And just refrain from excessive pride, vanity in the domestic matters. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo Lagna, so guys, for the Leo Lagna natives, your ascendant lord is going to be getting debilitated in the third house. Now guys, Sun's transit from the third house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house is considered as good. So if I were to say, especially people who are connected with media, marketing, performing artist, this could be a beneficial time for those people, slightly beneficial time. The only thing is that guys, see, because Ketu is already there in your first house, Saturn is already there in your 8th house, there's a lot of transformative energy which is going around you. So far, you might have been holding up people who are dear or close to you tight together. But this is going to be a kind of a transit which can actually trigger people close to you in a wrong way. Like the way you suddenly offended someone, you said something, your close friend, your dear friend is now offended and something. So that possibility is going to be there. And again, your whole aura is emanating that energy of where people are not very much confident about you. Your mood swings, your unpredictability, vacillation in your thought process, and over and above that, it might take a toll with people who are close to you. But when we talk about media, marketing, self-initiated efforts, your personal magnetism, your charm, over there I'm not seeing any vulnerability. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so guys, for the Virgo Lagna natives, Sun becomes the 12th lord, and now it is going to be getting debilitated in the second house. So for the Virgo Lagna guys, there is going to be some sudden expenses which will come knocking your doors. So like, I'm sure if you're listening to me, majority of the audience is going to be somehow connected with Hinduism, or a lot of the Indians who watch this. So this is actually time of the Hindu festivities, right? Dhanteras, Diwali and all. So if you want to go on an extravagant spree, it's fine, because in any case, I'm seeing a lot of the expenses coming your way. So much better engage in those expenses which are done on the family matters. So yes, it's going to be slightly expensive time for the Virgo Lagna natives for sure. Along with that guys, for certain people, if you have any overseas interest, you are awaiting any visa, immigration, foreign client, foreign business, foreign shipment, there might be slight positivity or supportive signs you for over there. But yes, expenses on the domestic matters is going to be high. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, so guys, for the Libra Lagna natives, again guys, you have a competitive edge. You have to understand astrology in a very deeper way. Even if Venus is debilitated in the 12th house, 12th house, 4th house is favorable to Venus. Even if Sun is debilitated in the first house, but first house, 5th house is favorable for the planet Sun. So that means 11th Lord is getting debilitated in the first house. So that means, guys, recognition will come. Recognition, popularity, that magnetism in your persona, it's good for all of that. It's just like that the 11th Lord is getting debilitated in the first house. That means people will try to tempt you for something, offer which is not very good for you, or your bosses and temptations trying to control you, dominate you, your friends trying to pressurize you for something. Because you see, the thing is, your ascendant Lord is also there in the 12th house, right? So it is kind of slightly weak. Rahu is there in the 5th house, making you like your mind slightly vacillated with repetitive thoughts, confusing, conflicting thoughts. And over and above that, this transit and temptation of the 11th house in your first house. Some people will make money for sure. Some people will get the promised fame, promotion, recognition. Is a good time for that. But yes, it will come with a cost of domination, control, deception, temptation, seduction. So be very mindful of that. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpio Lagna natives, so guys, for the Scorpio Lagna natives, see, the thing is, again guys, I want to be very honest with you. I have seen the same Scorpio alignment in a natal birth chart of a guy, and his Sun got active in the Antardasha. Sun being debilitated, 10th Lord being debilitated in the 12th house. He came from India to a foreign land to get entangled into a allegation being made by a female worker, which actually tarnished his image in a foreign land. Sexual allegation. Although he had something to do with it, it's not like that he was innocent, but that's how planets play the part. So what I'm trying to say, it's not like that it only has a bad and a wrong connotation to you, but Venus is also debilitated right now. So that means be very mindful of your conduct around the females. That's the first thing. See, if you have any overseas interest, this might be a beneficial transit for you. 10th Lord being there in the 12th house. You're looking for overseas, there could be work related travel for many overseas clients, overseas opportunities. That is fine. But when we talk about your prestige, your reputation and all, so be very mindful of that, especially if it has to do with the females, around the females. So be very mindful over there. And yes guys, yeah, that's all what I can say, because Ketu in the 10th house is creating a lot of the transformative energy. Rahu and Saturn are in a alignment which is creating a lot of the confusion, back and forth confusion, thought process and all. And ascendant Lord is there in the 12th house. So when the ascendant Lord is in the 12th house, we kind of feel a part of ourselves is lacking energy, so, and which empowers the hidden forces. So that is the only reason guys I'm saying. So it is an important time for you to guard your reputation, your public image. So, and slightly beneficial for those people who have their prime business interest connected to the foreign land or the foreign clients. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Sun becomes the 9th Lord, and now it is going to be transiting in the 11th house. So guys, slightly beneficial transit. No matter, even if Sun is getting debilitated, it is the 9th Lord, and the 11th house transit of the Sun is considered as good. So I mean to say, because of the luck, some lucrative opportunities can come to you. There is a strong possibility of that. And especially anything connected with the 9th house, like where you are like trying to get any visa, immigration related concern, admission to any foreign university. So all those, in all those endeavors, stars will support you. Friends, elder siblings will prove out to be very supportive. Chances of spike in the income purely because of the sheer luck, that possibility is also going to be there. It's just like that guys, that's when Sun gets Sun is in a good house, but if it is debilitated, it could be a case that there has been those memes going on where Pakistan's Prime Minister, he was in that global forum, and where he's trying to cajole and do too much buttering to Donald Trump, and everyone around, like Giorgia Meloni, that Italian leader, and the UK leader, they all are like stunned, man, what's wrong with this guy? Something like that. You are in a global forum, you are at an important place, but still you lack that self-importance, because sun is there in an important house. Stars have brought you to the forum, to the podium, but again it is debilitated. So means you are there, which is a dream for many, but still lacking that prestige. That is all what I'm saying. So yeah, there might be some ego clashes with the friends, like things will work out, but you might not get pampering for your ego. That is all what I'm trying to say. But overall guys, in a nutshell, it's a good transit for you. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna natives, so guys, for the Capricorn Lagna, Sun becomes the 8th lord and it is coming to the 10th house. So guys, what I can say is that sudden unpredictable development can happen at work. There is a slight possibility of that, because see, the thing is 8th lord is there in the 10th and the 10th lord is 12th from it in the 9th. So that means sudden development could happen, which can give you a competitive edge if your running dashas are favorable, if you are running a fortunate time, a supportive time, because this month only guys, like in next couple of days, Jupiter is going to be entering in your 7th house, getting exalted over there, and just 1 month Saturn is also getting back into the direct motion. So a lot of the things coming back to the normal, like Mars will enter your 11th house on October 27th, Venus is a brief transit, it is also coming to a 10th house. So a lot of the good things in store as well. All what I can say is that just don't get into ego clashes with the bosses, with the senior people. That's all what I can say. Guard your reputation. It's like especially around the things of temptation. This could be women, this could be lifestyle, this could be drugs, this could be alcohol. So don't give that impression. So just guard yourself around these vices of the life. But apart from that, and yes, be very mindful of not getting into ego clashes with the bosses, with the authority figures. Like you do not want to give that impression that you are very difficult to work with, or you have too much of the self-importance. So don't give that impression. Sudden development will happen. If your running dashas are favorable, it will put you in the right direction. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna natives, so guys, for the Aquarius Lagna, Aquarius Lagna always complain. You always say negative, demotivating things for us, but this transit is still much more beneficial for you guys. The 7th lord is going there in the 9th house. 9th house has got its own beauty. So that means divinity, luck will support you in many business aspiration. All the things which were going wrong in the matters of your relationship, somehow, like, you know, because of the support of the luck, one thing will happen, other thing will happen, but it will still keep the relationship intact. So all what matters is that, see guys, when we talk about planet like Ketu, we talk about the energy of the 9th house, it is not about the external thing. It's about going deep within and being intuitive, listening to the wisdom deep from within, picking up on the omens around you. So that becomes very important. Staying intuitive becomes very important. So yes guys, during this time, all what I can say, some people will also have a chance to travel because of the work. Again, if Sun is also active in the Dasha, if you are right now, Sun is active in the Antardasha and the Mahadasha, and there is a possibility of travel, work related travel, business related travel, go there. It will be much more beneficial for you. A good time for like people who are like for the business prospect, they travel, they give seminars, they give lectures, people who are planning to release a book, launch a book, or so yes guys, for all those kind of things, slightly uplifting time for the Aquarius Lagna natives. All the sun remedy will become very important for you. Listening to Vishnu Sahasranam, offering water to the rising sun, Gayatri mantra, Aditya Hriday Stotra, all of that you have to do, and stay respectful to your father. That will become very important. Now guys, and lastly, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, Sun is going to be getting debilitated in the 8th house. So it is kind of a Vipreet Raj Yoga, but again guys, especially if you're working as in a dispute management field, you're working in the paramedic, ambulance, you're working as a cop, disaster management, research, occult, it's going to be a beneficial time for those people. There might be some issues and clashes with the in-laws. If you're living in a joint family, health will get a negative impact. I mean to say, if you already have cardiovascular, heart health related issue, eyesight related issue, so give additional care to your health guys. And if Sun is weak in the transit in such alignment, people generally feel very debilitated, very weak throughout the day, very frail, like I don't have any energy, I feel very exhausted throughout the day. So just Aditya Hriday Stotra, Gayatri Mantra, offering water to the rising sun will become important. And high possibility, guys, because lot of the planets are now gathered in your 8th house. So that means just refrain from getting into any conflict with people, with the co-workers. That will become very important. And if Mars is also active in the Antardasha and all, it will also make you slightly injury prone as well. So over there as well, if you drive and all, so wear proper like helmet. If you ride a bicycle or a bike and something, that will become very important. And yeah, guys, by the end of the week, your ascendant lord is already going to be getting exalted in the 5th house. So a lot of illumination is coming your way. Only thing which I want to say is that especially guard the body parts connected with the sun, refrain from getting into conflict, and a very beneficial time for people who work in the crisis management or disaster management connected fields. So yes, guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for furthermore updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.